And when am I stepping off the beach and stepping into a main road?
No, definitely can't curse. I mean, you can call names. You still have to walk through. Come on. Like,
Maybe reach it peak right now. I'm sorry. It's the truth. As a realtor, your job is not just to sell people something. Mm-hmm. Your job is to guide. You have to learn to spot the moves a mile away. Mm-hmm. And that is why.
Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining the C21 Jamaica podcast. Today we have a very special guest with us, Courtney-Ann Wallace, one of our very own agents. And we're excited to have Courtney here with us because it's a person who is normally very busy, hard to get to pin down to do anything, right? So it's really an honor to have you here today, Courtney.
Thank
so
you.
Welcome.
Hi. Hello. Hola.
By the way, I like to hear, is that a new style?
It's a wig.
It's a wig? Nobody can tell. You should have said that on the camera, by the way.
I'm sure they can't.
No, I'm sure you should have said that on the camera, by the way. But Courtney, I had to have you here today because you have been insisting, you have been debating, you have been advocating that persons should look outside of Kingston or outside of the city areas or the major towns for owning properties, whether it is to do business or to live. So I wanted to come here today to share your side of the story. I have a few questions that I'm sure persons would like to get answers to, and I just want to hear your point of view because I think you have a very solid case, or do you? So Courtney, first of all, why it is that you're advocating so much that persons should start to look outside of the
Well, I didn't say persons should start looking outside of town. What I was saying is I don't think we have, for lack of a better word, a housing crisis. I think we have a density issue. And what that means is you can't tell a buyer to go look outside if there is not the facilitations to have a life in those areas, So if it is that everybody has work in New Kingston or everybody has work in Portmore, you can't tell a man go live in a St. Elizabeth or go live in a Trelawney. So that's really what I mean. Case in point, a lot of major businesses and corporations, even like corporate companies, are Kingston based or Montego Bay based. You rarely find certain companies in certain parishes, but everybody has to work. That's really the issue for me.
All right. Well, as I said, we had some questions that were lined up based on some surveys that we did prior to coming in, right? So I have some questions for you. So I'm going to show these questions at you. Right, now you can discuss them as you see fit. It's what's the appeal of living in rural or less urban areas of Jamaica, right? How do you see these areas offering a different lifestyle compared to that of Kingston and Mobay and the other major towns? Well,
some of the advantages is you probably get a bigger lot size. You can't start there.
That is true.
Let's be honest. I mean,
that is true.
You can get a bigger lot size. You can get a bigger property, bigger house, better views, cooler temperatures.
Cooler temperature is true.
Cooler temperatures.
Cooler temperature is true.
Less neighbors.
But then,
to an extent, less traffic.
But then, with all of that, though, you say less neighbors, less traffic. I suppose persons, especially persons who may be single, doesn't that sound like they're going to be lonely in these areas?
All by myself.
Exactly. So I'm just.
You know what? I feel if as a young girl I moved to a rural parish and I fall in love with a man, it has to be fate. Because what are the odds?
No, you got it. You got it. Some different thing now. You got it. Some really like some romantic comedy thing,
What are the
girl that moved from the city, right?
I like you like me. Oh, you thought about living in country too? Oh, sure, we'll start a family. We're fine.
That's not like some movie thing, right? We're gonna call it from the city to the rural areas to get love.
Rural story.
Jamaican rural story. These places, you say less traffic and all of these things, but could it be less traffic and all these things because there are just less things to do?
Absolutely. You know, St. Thomas just get KFC.
But if there are less things to do, you
have to give and take. You can't. So businesses follow the money, and people follow the businesses. It's kind of a oxymoron because one is dependent on the other and vice versa. So everybody wants to live in town because there are more amenities, but all the businesses want to stay in town because there are more people. Certain businesses don't really want to set up shop in certain parishes because there's not enough people.
Potential
and certain people don't want to live in certain parishes because there's not enough business. So somebody has to make the move, and I think the businesses should be the first one because I know the KFC in St. Thomas right now is bathing. They've been wanting a KFC down there.
So you're saying,
and that's job creation as well.
So you're saying then, if it is a business, like take this leap of faith, so to speak, open that it.
I'm sure if you open up a call center in country right now, people go apply.
Okay. And to be honest, as I said, like I know say KFC out there now, you know, because I have my family, my parents live in St. Thomas, and I'm reluctant to even go and visit them because I'm like, yo, what is in St. Thomas to do? If I carry the kids them out there, what we're doing? We're staying in the house the whole day.
Right.
But at least I know that there is something, you know, some kind of activity happening.
And let us not set the notion that certain businesses are not in country, you know. That's not what we're saying. It's just the vast majority. Because when I go to Manchester, there's hardwares and there's... Yo, you know, Manchester have only for cameras, you know.
No, I know.
Anyways.
But that's the thing though. We know that there's businesses there. But what I have an issue with
as it
is
relates
like,
to major corporations that take like mass employment, I don't really see.
But the issue that I have with it is that when you talk about conveniences, so for example, in Kingston, you have shops and wholesales and mini marts and all them things that are open to certain hours in the night. When I go to countries, everything locked down by 6 o'clock. So if it is that I want something to munch on after that hours, it's hard to find those kind of amenities. So
but we expect, Andre, some of the places them kind of sparse, like in terms of...
Yeah, but you're making my point. That's what I'm saying. Why it is that I would want to go
For me, because I have a background in shipping and logistics.
Okay.
Remember, Jamaica only have 2 major airports. We're not counting the new one, Ian Fleming.
So the one in
Norman, Manley and Moby. And in terms of shipping wharf now, this is Kingston. So in terms of literal logistics and distribution of goods and services, every business is going to want to stay near those 2 hubs. I think that's the problem. I feel like maybe if the government maybe opened up another major airport, and I hear they want to do something like that in Negril, then probably that will kind of dissect things a little bit. Okay. Spread out the masses. I don't know how the wharf thing going to go. Because the wharf thing is really a matter of the ocean floor and where it's suitable for the ships to sail. So you can't just say, oh, open another wharf. Because all of those things come into consideration. But because we have those 2 places, that's where most of the density is going to happen. I don't know what the government going to do, but right now as it stands, Kingston is at its peak in terms of...
population?
Yeah, man.
You sure about that?
Yeah, man.
Why? Because of the traffic?
As liquor rainfall, the road flood out.
Alright. And I'm going to get into nothing about the government, right? Because I'm not going to get into the government part.
It was a recommendation, guys.
But a second point that persons want to find out is, are there any particular rural areas that you're seeing a spike or demand in, for maybe because of tourism or other impact? St. Thomas?
Yeah.
What is happening in St. Thomas?
But you know what? Again,
it
comes because people following the money and them say the government start go over there, so them start go over there. You can't get a St. Thomas land now on the system for $4 million and everything is 9 and 10 and them little figures.
So it's the road.
I'm not saying you can't get the land, guys, but as it relates to listed MLS properties, I don't see it.
No, I'm more open to traveling to St. Thomas because the roads leading there is nicer.
Okay.
Right? So I'm asking you, think so the road is a big
accessibility is an issue. Was an issue because the highway is built now. Also, by investing in certain things being over there, it's gonna push more persons to be comfortable living there. And guys, if you're here with stressing about KFC, it's because
people
KFC. No, not people. Jamaican people love KFC. It's true. The bread and butter. So I mean, that to me is a major indicator that St. Thomas is the
booming.
next.
They say if KFC goes somewhere,
if KFC is comfortable going over St. Thomas,
that means that something is
so don't be surprised if Popeyes go over there next.
Popeyes don't follow KFC. But I think you make a point, an underlying point right there. You can't buy not say you can't, but the price for a piece of land in like a St. Thomas is high. Yeah. So you're saying that maybe someone we're missing the trick then. Maybe
someone we need for spot the moves from
right. So me now should I buy my land? You know, should I like my parents? Can my parents buy them land out there long time?
What were you doing? You were in the womb. You were wasting time.
No, I was.
But you know what to Andre. And I want to say this because I'm actually going to make a TikTok about this after this podcast because I posted a fixer up in Duane Park on TikTok. You know, Love Bush they on the grill, the grass high, the place want paint, and the comments were expected, as expected. But I really wish more persons learn to see. So the average person want to hop onto something when the trend done dead out. It's kind of like stocks. A stock is hot right now. Everybody want to buy the stock when the stock really reach its peak, and then by the time them buy it, the stock gone down because everybody starts sell off.
Cash plus.
It's the same with it's the same with real estate. You have to learn to spot the moves a mile away, and that is why certain groups always have an advantage. Because I posted a fixer upper. And everybody say, oh, that shouldn't be more than $1 million. That shouldn't be more than $2 million. A man with a vision would have say, oh, may I buy that and fix it up and sell it back, you know. May I buy that and turn it in a dual residence and put 2 tenants in there, you know. And it's the same with St. Thomas. I feel like the minute the government announced they were going to do things in St. Thomas, people should have started by over there. But now them want buy when to me,
the vision already, when the price them done.
Yeah, so when the price them done thing they now is when, oh, you have land in St. Thomas now, you should have done that 2 years ago. You should be selling your land in St. Thomas now.
So besides St. Thomas, which other more rural area that you see are spiking?
I'm inclined to say St. Mary, but not all of St. Mary, but the border of St. Mary that is close to St. Anne.
Okay.
Because what's happening is right now, Ochi is like Kingston right now.
Well, the dense population density.
And prices too. So you feel a lot of people start going along the edge of like the little border there, so. And they keep going up across the border. So now people are comfortable buying in St. Mary, but just not past the airport, like that little.
What about Mandeville? I hear a lot of people talk. Well, I hear a lot of people talking about Mandeville.
Yeah, people call me about Mandeville, but not as much as St. Anne, St. Mary,
and St. Thomas.
St. Thomas. Because again, you know, you're going off of being close to. Because remember, Ian Fleming open now. So whereas a man have to travel 2 hours from Montego Bay after flying in, you can fly through Ian Fleming and reach a St. Anne in like 20-30 minutes.
Right.
So more persons are comfortable investing in
and then the roads leading to the major commerce areas and all of them things there.
Yeah.
So alright, cool.
And St. Anne of KFC.
Okay. So another thing that persons ask is, especially for businesses and them things, what are some potential returns on investing in parishes or places outside of the major cities and towns?
Expound.
What will make it attractive in terms of me taking my money to say, oh, all right, I'm going to invest in St. Thomas or St. Anne or St. Mary or those places? Why you think that would be a good investment for me to hop on to right now?
Well, it depends on how much money I have, and it depends on what you're comfortable doing.
So
for example, if a man have enough money, I would tell him do a development.
Is Airbnb boosting in them areas right now? Like
Airbnb reach its peak right now. I'm sorry. Is it true? No, is it true? I had this conversation with somebody this morning, a random man actually. He realized I was a realtor and we got to talking and he was saying, him give up to Airbnb them the other day for long-term rental.
Okay.
I have an ex-client, she entered a Airbnb arbitrage, and for those who don't know, Airbnb arbitrage is when you rent a property that you don't own it and you put it on Airbnb. And she had to come out of it. She said between June and now she must get like 2 bookings.
Okay.
The thing is, as a realtor, your job is not just to sell people something. Your job is to guide. And I'm not saying Airbnb does not work anymore, but I find, especially overseas clients, everybody call me, oh, I want an Airbnb. What do you think is going to happen? If you have 150 Airbnb, first of all, the price per night have to go down because you have to go be competitive. And there's only so much unknown where people that can book. We still need long-term rentals. And people need permanent housing too. Buy, flip and sell it back. Buy, hold and sell it back. But all of we cannot be Airbnb hosts, guys.
But alright, so forget Airbnb. What are some of the things where you think is some attraction points for persons to invest in these areas outside of the major
need for housing? People need houses. And that's why I'm saying
you're talking about like a development.
Not even, you can do a one house.
Okay, so
you can buy a piece of land.
So explain.
So I think some of we like to personalize things too much. And because we wouldn't live in our 1-bedroom, we not think, buy a piece of land, build a studio and sell it. The studio alone put value on the property, you know, like guys, real estate is a game and we have to get in the game. You get me? A lot of us are focused on, how would I put it? Even the fixer-upper that I posted, there's hundreds of buyers in the 25 and under million price range, but nobody wants a fixer-upper. It don't make sense.
Right.
It don't make sense, Andre. You're not gonna get the pool and the gym and the stainless steel finishes under 25 million. Buy a fixer-upper and fix it up and live in it. And as it relates to why people should invest, if you see that businesses are going over this particular parish, say real estate is not your thing, you don't want to stay in real estate permanently, buy the land and build a 1-bedroom, kitchen, living room, simplest finishes, and sell it back. People need housing.
Okay.
People need housing. So as I said, we have a density issue, and it's kind of it's a thin line between density and housing crisis. So if a man come to me and say, Courtney, which parish is good or why should I invest? If he has enough money, do a development. If you don't have enough money, do a one house. You know, a one house is still some sort of development project.
I'm sorry too. So you're saying then it's attractive because at the end of the day, persons need houses, persons need living opportunities or living space, and if it is that,
find the fixer-uppers and fix them up, and then watch HGT and grow up.
Alright, that's the thing. That's why we're glad to have you here today, because a lot of persons don't know. We're not educated enough, or we weren't trained enough to know.
And I said I'm not educated enough in the Andre.
No, not educated as in general. Just like in terms of real estate, to see the value in taking something.
I don't think it's a real estate thing, though. It's not a real estate. It's just a mindset that we just have to work on as a people.
And what is the mindset?
Because look,
what is the mindset?
And I'm going to be using this Duane Park House. It's not my listing, but I'll be using it throughout the podcast as an example. Me and you have NHT. That's so much now. 9
million per person.
Jointly, so much.
If me and you put together 18 million.
No man, and a 17.
Absolutely.
Anyways, case in point. So we have 17 million. Oh, so 17 million, you know. You know, think me and you could have make up and buy the house, Andre, and paint, tile it. We not have to fix it up 100%, but touch it up a little bit and sell it back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You and I might see things like that.
Them, you know, TikTok are rub me, drag me in the comment section.
No, because we are looking at it that if we are going to spend some money and buy a place, it needs to be turnkey.
Right. But
then we're far from the reality that.
And in this day and age, your first house now gonna be a dream house.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't have the real estate education enough to can see potential in properties unless it is already done.
Some of these developers are from scratch, or some old building them by some time and fix them up and sell them. You know? I think as a people we need to be more innovative.
And that's why you're here. To even bring them attention to stuff like this. Another question I want to throw at you, right? How do factors like infrastructure and services impact property values in these areas? For example, access to roads, schools, or healthcare. Does that makes the price for these areas lower?
Lack of makes it lower. So there are certain things that are important for real estate prices. And for one, education, healthcare, and I would say food. I'd say food.
Okay,
so these things affect real estate prices greatly because the more accessible an area is, the more people will be comfortable living there, which means the more persons interested in the place. And of course, land is limited. Houses are limited. So if I have 10 lots and 30 people want it, then the price will probably go up. Versus if I have 10 lots and there's only 4 people interested, those 10 sellers have to go probably start drop them price to get their particular lot sold. So infrastructure is extremely important.
Okay. So if it is that there's a lack of, as you're saying, then that will impact the price to be lower rather than higher. Another question, what types of properties are most sought after in rural Jamaica? Like, is it vacation properties? Is it farms? Retirement?
Yeah. Airbnb to an extent,
when you say retirement,
but it's usually for the country places, usually buyers who have worked hard overseas and them ready to come home now, and you know them want the nice.
That's what I wanted you to clarify. So like persons who are in the diaspora, as they say, them want to come home. Because they don't, contrary to popular belief, you know, a lot of people overseas don't give up on Jamaica, you know. All of them there for 30, 40 years. They might buy them house at Jamaica. I mean, it's paradise.
It's like a rite of passage.
You still want to own a slice of paradise.
Yeah, it's like a rite of passage for them to say them own.
A slice of paradise?
Yeah.
Right. How do you advise clients on pricing their properties in these less urban areas? so that they
we
can
would
be
have to look
competitive.
at, we usually, as agents, we pull the comparables. If there are not enough comparables, then we have to put it a little broader. We try to keep it narrow.
But I'm going to throw a scenario at you, and this is a scenario that I'm just throwing at you. I'm not taking shots at anybody or anything like that, right? So let's say a person build a property in some place in Hanover, right? Some random little, and they invested $60 million in building that property, right? And now they decide that they want to sell it. They don't want to live there anymore. They want to sell this property, and they're saying based on their investment, all of them things, they want to sell this property for $85 million. Again, as I said, this is a place that is a very remote area, right? But they build a nice, lovely place out there, and they like to make $85 million, which is maybe a $15 to $20 million return on their investment. What happens then? And how would they advise
There's
them?
a term in real estate called overdevelopment. You know?
Oh, elaborate.
Overdevelopment is when you invest more into a property than you can get it sold for in the area. Like Greater Portmore. This is some nice house. The scheme house is still a scheme house.
Oh, so are you saying then that, Courtney,
So
before a person
have
even
to be
go,
mindful of, unless you know you don't care about the returns you get when you're ready to sell and you just want to build up your nice pretty house, which is fine. Because you don't really have to sell a house till you can pass it through your bloodline. Who knows, 30 years from now, the place might actually be populated and you can get the figure that it is worth. But they might have overdeveloped a little bit.
so are you saying that they should link you before
building?
Before they build?
No, I'm not.
Buy the land from you, but still ask you for some.
Yeah, ask my opinion.
Because, why I ask that, because I see that happen to a lot of people, right? I see they build in some remote areas, right? Again, because as I say, the availability of the land, cheaper land, all of these things. But then when they build, they decide that for whatever reason, sometimes it is forced, sometimes it might be that they have to move back or they have to move out of that area to take care of their kids or take care of a family member or something. And they say, man, it's more frugal that I get rid of this property. But when they decide now that, oh yeah, I spent $60 million building this property, right? I would want to sell it for maybe $80 million.
And to be clear, no, value and worth are two different things. Because the house can in fact value $60 million based on the finishes, based on the bedroom count. But how much is it worth to buyers? Will a man with $60 million want to go and live in Moko?
Some remote place. Don't call no name.
You remember that road name? Give me bit. Give me bit.
Don't call no name, but Amanda want to live for argument's sake in Toko. Right?
On Chocolate Lane.
Keep calling the people. Keep calling all the people their names. Don't call no names because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in Chocolate Lane will love you. Right? We have no issue with people in Chocolate Lane, right?
No, but if you run it, come on.
All right.
Move it along.
So move right along. For persons who are considering to move out of the city, what are some of the top locations that you will recommend?
Oh, before I forget, stick a note on that question too. One of the things I want to touch on in 2026, guys, go for the online job them. Because you know what? A lot of online jobs paying some good money, you know. And a lot of us are trying to stay in these dense areas because we have the 95 in the dense areas. But if you have a nice online job, we're gonna live a country right now.
So you wouldn't be worried about a job because you have a source of income.
If less people did not have to go to if more people did not have to go to work in dense areas, more people would live out at home. More
okay.
Yeah.
Persons need for broaden them frame of reference in terms of them income then.
Yeah.
And then if they do that can directly impact.
And a lot of these companies don't take degree. But that's a different.
No, we're not getting it. Courtney, you want to get into these things and we just want to get into real estate.
We're going to have a webinar one day and go over these things. Stick to the
yeah, we could just stick to the real estate thing, right?
So the next question is.
Those are some of the questions that persons want to ask. Those are some of the questions that we get from persons. For you now, pitch to me now why I should leave my nice city life and go out there. Pitch to me now, because I'm interested in.
What am I pitching?
Going outside, leaving my rural life, my city life, and going to the rural life.
You're not get me. I'm not tell people leave and go live a country first. I'm telling the businesses to set up first, because when the business is set up first, you don't need to tell people to move. They will automatically move.
Okay. Alright.
So businesses, please start setting up out at home.
Okay. And you said there's ample real estate, ample opportunities for people get them. For people get
so much land in some of these parishes for Stone Dog, and I'm just dead.
Okay. So you hear that businesses? You heard this first from Courtney. Well, I don't know if it's first, but you hear this from Courtney.
Yeah, I don't think it's a first.
You hear this from Courtney, right? Whole heap of land out there, whole heap of real estate out there for you to utilize to set up your businesses. And if you do that in these more rural areas, the people will follow. And Courtney used KFC as a case in point. Like people literally moved to St. Thomas because they used to KFC.
Oh God, I didn't see all of that, but sure.
No, but that's what I get. I think that's what everybody will get from it.
You so like you're going to move to St. Thomas.
I'm going there more frequent now.
Okay.
So we want to play a game with you, Courtney, before you leave, because I know you have a lot of things on your table. And the game is called This or That. Let me explain to you what the game is. Simply, I'm just going to give you two options, and you're going to pick the option that you prefer. That's all it is.
Okay.
We're not going to get political with it.
You know my stance on that.
All right, so Courtney, ready? So I'm going to throw some options at you. And you tell me this, basically this or that. So basically, just tell me which option you prefer. All right?
Okay.
So it's a nice, fun game. Loose now. All right. Apartment or townhouse?
Apartment. May I get old? I can't take the stairs.
Okay.
Sorry. I can't take the stairs. Right now, where I live, the stairs for 6-7 years now. I can't wait for going on the flat January.
Oh. Wow.
Hello, groceries?
Carry the bags. Just have so much grocery you buy?
Daisy eat nothing.
Your child?
My cat.
Oh, your cat? Wow. Okay. Wow, that's a privileged cat. All right. Resort town or city living? And you have to be honest.
Well, so the resort thing sounds nice until I want KFC 11 o'clock in the night. So I would say, but you know what, I mean, I like traffic noise. If the resort town is central, then resort town.
Okay. In terms of your ideal house design, do you want modern?
Modern.
Or traditional?
No, modern. I need to speak to my house.
You need to speak.
Hey chat.
Or like
hey Google.
Bluetooth throat.
Yep.
Smart.
If I don't have to get up or turn off. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. All right. I know you're dabbling in different chapters of your life. Right? Real estate broker or YouTuber? Which one do you prefer?
That is such a hard question.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I would never have guessed.
You're so full of fluff, Andre. So being a broker, obviously you still have the workload. So my mind can stay occupied, but YouTube income is endless if you go viral, but that's a big if. I'd be a broker. Bills have to pay.
Okay. All right. Because being a real estate broker is a big deal. You know?
I guess
that's not
so.
just an agent. You know, that's, all right. Cell phone or laptop?
Cell phone. For what?
Like just in general, like if you could have just get one of them for run business and just for keep for your life. So,
cell phone.
So when you watch a movie, you know, watch a
cell
business.
phone.
Okay.
When Melissa lock off the light, my cell phone, I watch Netflix.
Okay. All right. Very important question. This is very important. This is coming from the persons who asked the questions, the questions, right? And they said they want to get to know this about you. Soca or dancehall?
Soca. I'm not a dancehall girl.
Where's the camera?
Soca.
And I happen to that's not. Let me say, Courtney. Let me say it. I happen to know that Courtney has done business with a lot of dancehall artists.
That's what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say.
I think to save you I think I shouldn't maybe that's
Sorry, boys.
nobody asks anymore. No. Take note, everybody. So when you're out there and you're performing, right, late, early mornings and you're really tired and you're putting on a show so you can go buy your property or rent your property through Courtney, remember to prefer soca. That was crazy. SUV or a sedan?
SUV. Well, if I wasn't a realtor, sedan.
Okay.
But right now, the doll needs a SUV. Yes.
All right.
I have a sedan now and it's not working out.
All right. This question is also very important. And you have to be careful how you answer. But you have to answer. And the reason why this is very important is because I know you have an affiliation to one of the options, right? Even though it's a very indirect affiliation. But I have to ask you the question. Usain Bolt or Shelly and Fraser Price?
Usain is a Leo. So I have affiliation to both of them.
That's what I'm saying. But Shelly and Fraser Price, it's a Wolmerian.
Shelly. Shelly.
And last but not least, Kingston or Moby?
Kingston. I can't.
What? Moby is the best of both worlds.
No.
Like you get the city, but you still get the beach and everything. No?
It's not for me.
Okay. All right, Courtney.
From I paid $1,000 to go in Doctor's Cove Beach, I'm not going back to Montego Bay.
Wow.
Because even more than that.
But that, in its defense, Dr. Scope is on the Ip Strip.
And why am I stepping off the beach and stepping into a main road?
You still have Wall Street. Come on. So you say Kingston over Moby?
Yeah.
All right, Courtney, thank you again for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the insights that you have given us. I hope persons will learn something. Hope persons will have more to consider now when they're thinking about moving outside of the city areas and the major towns in Jamaica into, broaden away what possible housing horizon, so to speak. So we thank you for that. Any last words that you want to share before you leave?
Call me.
All right. So again, everybody, this has been the C21 Jamaica podcast, and thank you.
All right. Bye.